been a while since I've done an obligatory work update. Has anything really worth noting gone on? I don't know. I mean, a couple of, like, my favorite people there have moved up through the ranks. That was kind of cool. Holly's in captain training. She was already made an all-star. Ray's an all-star. One other one that I don't think I ever gave an official nickname to, officially yesterday became a captain, so I'm like, alright, good for them. I'm, like, genuinely happy for them. Although it makes me nervous that if we're getting this many new captains, are some people leaving that are current ones? I'm hoping not, because I like the current people we have on, but it's constantly in and out with who all we have in charge, so I don't even know, but, we had our little cheat sheets taken off the wall. So I was like, oh, crap. Now we actually have to, like, think. That sucks. Yeah, how I was told the whole time, you don't actually have to memorize the salads. Yeah. Now you do. So I'm still in the process of trying to, like, learn that. It's like, I think I have, like, 2 of them down, and about 3 or 4 still to go, but yeah, yeah, that's been a process, and, one of them, it's like, it's not even in the handbook to go check like the other ones are, so it's like, oh, if anybody orders that one, it's like, can you tell me what's on it? Because I don't know, and it's thankfully brand new, so I can get away with that of, if you can tell me what's in it, I can make it. Oh god, I am not the only one in that boat though, so I mean, it's not just me, like, we kind of all are. Ugh. So there's that. I think the mail just got here, I'll be right back. It was the mail. Anyway, so, oh, where was I? Oh yeah, I was saying how it was weird that, like, I was gone for a week for personal reasons, and coming back felt like walking into Narnia. I mean, hell, even if I'm just gone for a couple days, just because of how the scheduling works out, it always feels like I'm walking into somewhere new when I come back, because it seems like so much happened, so much changed just while I was gone. But apparently in an entire week, oh boy, the timing of when that week landed. Apparently, the official reopening of California landed in the middle of that week. So I come back, the sneeze guard, plexiglass thing's gone. We actually have plates and bowls and pitchers now. Who the fuck knew? Like, apparently those were a thing pre-pandemic, but I didn't work there pre-pandemic. I had never even been to this place pre-pandemic, so I was like, what the hell? So that, on top of having our little cheat sheets taken away, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But, almost found it a little bit disheartening that I was gone for a whole fucking week. Literally nobody noticed my absence. It's like, oh, okay, it's like that. Alright. Other people, they're gone for a couple days and people are asking where they are. Apparently I leave a week, no one notices. Or maybe they like it better because I wasn't there and they're pretending that they didn't notice. I don't know. We'll see. I'll be gone for a week again at the end of next month. We'll see if that's noticed either. Probably not. But, yeah. Anyways, possibly one in September as well, but anywho, yeah, it's just really weird coming back after not being there for a week. Apparently, since the reopening of California, shifts are longer now, although my availability is so slim, there's only so much they can really expand mine to, thank God. Like, the longest they can schedule me for is like 6 hours because of my availability. And even that, I might have to rein in a tiny bit. Like, I don't know if I want to give it an hour later start or an hour earlier end. I haven't quite decided, but right now I can handle till 9 p.m. just because it's still light out. But I know when it like rolls back around to wintertime and like the time change, I'm not awake that late, guys. I can't do it. I'm an old lady. I can't fucking handle that shit. So I'll probably end up just dialing it back an hour, but that's just me. So, oh goodness. It is what it is, but it's just weird. Then there's other people who are there for like 13 hours. I'm like, dude, how do you not die? I can't. I could never. Boy, am I glad that I changed my availability when I did. Holy crap. But, anyways. So there was that. A lot of new people. A lot of old people leaving. A lot more that are gonna leave too, like within the next month. I'm just like, it's so weird to watch. Like, I'm just detached enough to where I almost feel like an outsider looking in. But, I don't know. It's so strange. I suppose it happens in any type of work like that that's low level like this, but, just always weird with the fast turnover rates. But one dude, I swear, like, he didn't even show up for his first shift, even though he was on the schedule. Fired his first day without ever showing up. I was like, that's a new one, although I suppose it happens all the time. Super, super weird. Trying to think what else. Oh, probably the big one, at least for me. Not for anybody else, but for me anyway. As much as I fucking hate Point, just to take the guesswork and the anxiety of walking into each shift and dreading, are they going to put me on it? I created my own hell for myself on purpose, and I don't regret what I did either. But because of one captain who has now since left, despite our main manager insisting that nobody gets put on the same position 2 nights in a row because he doesn't want anybody to burn out, and yet, lo and behold, this one captain would put me on Point every single shift. I thought I was gonna do a little bit of reverse psychology and be like, put me on it every shift. I volunteer. I officially volunteer. I want you to put me there every shift. Okay. And literally 2 days later, he was gone. I was like, fuck me. I fucked myself. But, oh well, like I said, I don't regret what I did though, because to be fair, it did take the guesswork out of it. I literally never ever have to look at deployment ever again, because I just know where I'm going. It's all I'll ever be put on. And I'm okay with it, because frankly, I figured out what it is that causes me so much anxiety about that spot. It's nothing to do with the people. It's nothing to do with how fast it moves. No. It's the claustrophobia of being in that little corner. Now I figured out, if I can just keep people at arm's length away from me who are next on line, just at arm's length away, I'm golden. I'm good to go. And frankly, since if you're on Point, you're not supposed to leave Point, if I'm on Point, I can ask people to go get anything I need without ever having to go back there myself, pretty much non-stop. It's great. So I've actually learned to embrace it. So, there's that. But yeah, the one thing that I used to hate more than anything, I voluntarily volunteer to be nothing but that for the rest of my employment. Not sure if I had a moment of temporary insanity there when I said it. Even like within 10 minutes of saying it, I was like, oh my god, did I really just do that? But I was like, oh no, I'm too stubborn to take it back. Oh hell no, I'm not taking it back now. I like not having to do guesswork. I am a creature of habit. I like to do the same thing day in, day out, every single day. I don't like it to be mixed up. I like the uniformity of it. So for me, that's fantastic. So, since everybody seems to equally hate being up in that position, I'm like, I've just done you all a solid. Any shift I'm on, that means none of you guys have to be it, at least until I leave probably earlier than most of you do, but at least that's that many hours less that you guys have to worry about it for, so did you a solid, you're welcome. But yeah, that. And it's just as well, because the only other positions I could be put on anyway are either finisher, where I get bitched at for putting too many things on there, or OLOs, where the online orders, where I can't keep up. So pretty much, yeah, that leaves one spot that I could realistically be put anyway. It's fine by me. It's fine by me. And for other, more recent developments, I actually feel safer in that spot, because of a certain person that I had to have police involvement with, who I'm not going to say his name, shows up again. He would basically have to get through an entire staff's worth of people to get anywhere near me. It's not gonna happen. It's literally the safest spot back there I could possibly be in. So I'm like, no, please, for the love of God, keep me on point. I do not want to be on any other position ever again. I just want to be in this one spot, one thing, one and done. Keep me on that forever. Thank you. And he has shown back up a couple times, so it has actually been very much to my advantage that I'm in a spot where he can't get to me, so thank God for that. Anyways, yeah, so that's a thing. I've learned to stop worrying about it and just to embrace being on point. Never thought those words would come out of my mouth, ever, and yet here we are. Like I said, half of the anxiety was just worrying about am I or aren't I on walking in, and then deployment not being done by the time I got there and still not knowing, and just trying to fall in where I'm needed until being told, oh, by the way, you totally are on it. Fuck that. Just make it where I'm the one thing every time, and then I don't have to worry about it. Neither does anybody else. So, there's that. Now, basically, the only complaint the boss has with me being over there is that I don't ask for help when it's needed. Which is probably always going to be a struggle with me, because I don't ask for help when I need it, ever. And that extends to all areas of life. I don't ask for it when I need my mental health help. I don't ask for it when I need help elsewhere. I don't ask for help. If people step up to help, great. If not, I just fall in under the landslide of work and try to do it all myself. That's just how I am. So, basically, if he's there, it ends up him telling people, get up there and help me over and over, because I refuse to ask for it. Otherwise, it just is what it is night to night. I really don't care one way or the other, but it just is what it is. So, there's that. I don't know. Like I said, it's gotten to be kind of a comfort thing of being over there. What was once so oppressively claustrophobic, now that I understand what freaked me out about it, I can mentally deal with it and do what I need to do to be able to handle it without it freaking me out so bad. And yeah, it helps a lot. It helps an awful lot, actually, just that mental knowing what it was that bothered me for so long about it. Because I thought it was several different things that it wasn't initially. Because originally, I thought it was that I couldn't get the papers apart fast enough. I look like an idiot, and oh my god, social anxiety. No, it wasn't that at all. Especially since I'll pretty much just take a stack of the papers and go like this, so they just kind of splay out on the counter in front of me, and I've got about 20 of them at my disposal. That is obviously not the issue. I thought it was that I was just overwhelmed with not being able to keep up with writing them out. Yeah, well, apparently it's not that, and yeah, whatever, it's not that. It was the claustrophobia. It was totally the claustrophobia, and for whatever reason, it took me months and months to figure out that that was the thing. So now that I at least know, yeah, there's that. So basically, I pretty much made a deal with, like, one of the captains of, if you just let me be point every time, I will never complain again in exchange for, just don't make me do the grocery pull. Let somebody else do grocery pull and I will do point. Swear to God, every single shift. For however many years that I work here. Every shift. And it has worked out beautifully. Chef's kiss. It saves my back like 10 zillion times over. Again, these people that I work with are young enough to be my kids. They don't have back problems like I do, so let one of them handle that. But, and yeah, they've been cool with working it out that way, so yay, all's well that ends well. I finally figured out a way to manage. Anyway. Kimberly's being a bitch again. I don't even know why this time. Anyway, so got distracted with that. Not a whole lot to say other than freaked myself out yet again, at least another 2 times into believing I was this close to being fired when I wasn't, because yay anxiety, right? Yay anxiety. My anxiety basically needs to learn to sit down and shut the fuck up is what it needs to do. Anyway. But yeah, has there been anything else? Not really. There really isn't anything worth a note. Most of my stories came from back when Rocky still worked with me and there was all that drama. She doesn't work with me anymore. There's not the drama anymore. It's chill. I'm glad that it's chill. I'm glad that there hasn't been anything noteworthy and it's just been quiet. And the only thing that was, like, noteworthy wasn't really because of work. It just happened physically on those premises. It wasn't because of anyone that I work with. It wasn't because of the workplace. But because of the person I had to have police involvement with, who won't leave me alone, it happened there physically there, but had nothing to do with my actual job. Therefore, it's not relevant to this story, but some of you guys know about it, some of you do not. So, it's a weird, embarrassing situation, but basically I have a hobo stalker, so, you know, that's just great. Yeah. That, but good lord. There's been all sorts of special drama with that, but I really would rather not talk about it. Knock wood, it's been quiet lately, so I'm just hoping maybe it's all done and over with at this point. That would sure be nice, but, yeah, that. But yeah, pretty much the old dramas that I used to have to talk about as story times on here, pretty much done and over, thank God, and I kind of hope they never happen again. I would like to have a quiet, uneventful workplace, just saying. Not as entertaining for you guys, but it's a whole hell of a lot better for my well-being, so I mean, just saying. Yeah, anyway. Goodness. I keep trying to rack my brain. Is there anything all worth mentioning that's entertaining, but I don't really think there is. I mean, a lot of the more entertaining things were just like on a moment-to-moment basis as they happened, kind of had to be there kind of deal. Like a day I came in horrifically sunburned. I didn't even realize I was sunburned when I got there, but by the end of the shift, like, you guys actually saw some of the videos where I was still bright pink, by the way. But I didn't know I was sunburned yet when I came in there, but towards the end of my shift, my arms were, like, glowing neon pink almost from sunburn, and one of my coworkers was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck happened?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" I looked at it, oh, shit, I guess I got a sunburn. She's like, "Does it hurt?" I was like, "No, I don't think so." And, like, by an hour later of saying that, tops, I was like, it's starting to hurt. It's really starting to hurt. She's like, "Ooh, can I touch it?" I was like, "Don't you dare. And then in started the hover finger of, not touching you. I was like, I swear to God, don't make me exact revenge. Yeah, and then slides and turnabouts. About a week later, guess who shows up with her own sunburn? It's like, well. And just one time I had to return the favor of not touching you. But anyway, but like I said, you had to be there. You had to be there. It's stupid amusement in the moment, but yeah. A lot of the old amusing anecdotes that happened mostly happened because I used to work days and mornings where it wasn't as busy and therefore there was banter. Since I just work nights now, it's always so busy to where there's really no chance for banter. So that's why you guys don't really get story times anymore. Sorry. It is what it is, but it means you guys get more videos and stuff and more content just in general because I'm not there constantly 24 hours a day, it feels like, anymore. I actually have time to film these for you guys, so don't complain at the lack of there being storytime work videos. Be grateful that there's more content all around and it's more balanced and I just feel more content with life. So, and especially since I got my Etsy back, I need those daytime hours to work on those orders now. So, anywho. Goodness. I don't think there's anything really worth talking about, but I felt obligated to do some kind of update video just because I haven't done one in so long to where some of you guys are like, are you even still working? And yeah, I'm still working. There's just nothing worth talking about with it, but I mean, I'm still working. Kind of. Less hours, but still working. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm cool with it being less hours. Believe me, my feet thank me that there's less hours all around because, yeah, you guys don't even know how horrifically swollen and painful they get at the end of even, like, 5 hours. So when there was, like, a 10-hour day, I would literally come home in tears and, like, cry till I fell asleep because I was in such intense pain. And since I'm allergic to NSAIDs, I couldn't even take anything for it. So, yeah, I literally could not do those longer shifts, which is why there's unfortunately no room for job growth for me there. I can't ascend through the ranks because it requires too many hours that I can't give. Not to mention hours that are outside my availability anyway. Like, I literally don't have the transpo for that. So I could never ascend through the ranks. And I've made peace with that, and I'm cool with that. And like I said, I've kind of fallen into my place of just being the point person every time. I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of cool with that. I'm actually very okay with that. Come in, do a kind of just moderate shift. Even if it's hell busy, go home. I'm okay with that, and I know what I'm getting into every time when I show up. It's good. So, it's just weird with it being summer where at 9 it's still light out, and therefore there's still quite a few people at 9. I'm used to it being like a ghost town by 9. I'm like, oh god. Can we like get past this part of the year, please, to where it's like quieter by that hour again, so there's more chances of me going home early? Thank you. I'm always like the first one to volunteer. You need to send somebody home early because we're too high on labor. Send me. Please. Please. Send me. But, anyway. And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't, so it's all good, but it's not like I have anything that I'm rushing home to do other than, like, eat some food and go to bed. Because by the time I'm home, even from one of those shortish little shifts, I'm so physically exhausted. I just crash. That's all she wrote for me by the end of that shift. Even if I'm out of there by, like, 7-something, it's just, I'm already done for the night by then. I'm an old person, y'all forget. So anyway, I just play a young person on TV. So anyways, I'm babbling. There is literally no content here. So I'm just gonna wrap this up and stop wasting your time. So, and my own for that matter. But I have other shit to film, so stuff that's actual content and not this boring tripe. So anyways, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload, leave comments down below, make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy, everything and more, it's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway guys, till next time, bye!